Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life, and we are on week 24, day 3 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. We are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. If you love positive affirmations and you love music therapy, if you love essential oils, I think you will find this is the perfect combination of the those three different elements. You're just gonna love this book. Okay, the affirmation for the whole entire week is I am proud of managing me. And this is our third day concentrating on this affirmation. And how are you doing in up leveling how you're managing you? I think yesterday we were journaling um, about that aspect, and so just as we're listening, as we're meditating, as we're praying, as we are seeing, hey, what can I do differently? What can I kind of like what lack I yet, right? Um, in managing me, asking God, hey, what would you like me to do differently? We can learn to manage ourselves and our lives better. Isn't that amazing how we have the power? I have the power and you have the power to make our lives amazing. Okay, so that's the affirmation for the whole entire week. Now, the affirmation for today, I think you're going to love, and it says, I can understand both sides, but I manage me. Don't you love that affirmation? I'm just going to say it one more time. I can understand both sides, but I manage me, right? Um, we can understand different points of view. We can understand different people. We can understand different ways of life. We can understand different ideologies and different religions and different ways of eating. And we get to choose what we want. Isn't that so amazing? And the more we broaden our understanding, the more we can choose the best things for us. I'm so loving this. As I was studying this affirmation last week and this week, my mind naturally went to Stephen Covey's fifth principle, which is seek first to understand and then to be understood. When people feel like we understand them, well, I'm just going to flip that first. When you feel like someone understands you and gets you, doesn't it just make you feel so relaxed and happy? So just listening to others and trying our best to understand their world from their point of view can be very, very helpful. Now, do we have to buy into their world? No, we don't. Do we have to agree with them? No, we don't. We get to choose and we get to manage ourselves, but we can understand more what's going on, okay? And so, um, maybe today as we're journaling, we can write about, um, we can write about some instances that we've had in our lives where where we were able to see things from two different points of view and what we chose and how it made the difference. As I'm talking with you, I'm so reminded of Robert Frost's poem, Two Roads Diverged in a Yellow Wood. Now, I used to have this whole entire poem memorized. I don't anymore, but it kind of goes like this, and I'm going to tweak it and kind of say it in my own words. But here you have it goes, two words diverged in a yellow wood. So I want you to imagine yourself in this beautiful forest in autumn. Okay, if you have a favorite forest that you like to walk through, imagine that. If you don't have a favorite one, just recreate it in mind. So two roads diverged. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so I want you to imagine yourself in this beautiful woods in autumn, and let's just say it's the perfect temperature in autumn, whatever that perfect temperature for you. For me, it would be a little bit more warm. It would be like a warm autumn. For you, it might be like a little bit of a crisp autumn. I don't know, but just imagine yourself in this wood. So two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So you have two paths. And then the poem goes on, and it says that he looked down one as far as he could, and it says that one path was more worn, and one path was less traveled, right? And he looks down both, as far as he can, and then he takes the path less traveled by. And that's made all the difference. So, what did he first try to do? He tried to see. He tried his best to understand. And then he chose the path that he thought was best. And that's what we all do. There are so many different things and different ways we can be. I know some people who are well, I mean, there's just so many different things that I can name. Whether some people are super into exercise, some people are super into meditation, some people are super into sports, some people are super into music. Some people are very, very devout and have a very tight relationship with God. Some people, I don't know what the opposite of, anyway. I think you're getting where I'm coming from. So some people are super tight with God, and then some people seem to care less about religion, right? And we can understand where everyone's coming from. We can respect them. We can love them. But we get to choose where the things that we buy into. We get to choose the things that we put up, how we prioritize our life. We get to choose. I feel like it's one of God's greatest gifts to us, the gift of agency, the gift that we get to choose. Okay. Anyway, so the affirmation again for today is, I can understand both sides, but I manage me. I hope whatever it is that you're contemplating today, the different sides of different issues, I hope that you find joy in exploring the different sides and in making up your own mind on what you think is best for you. I trust that with you and with being connected with God, we're going to make the best decisions for us. Okay. The song that we're listening to for the whole entire week is Siegfried Idol by Richard Wagner. Now, you know that I sometimes tweak the songs for the different affirmations, or if some song is just resonating more with me when it comes to this different affirmations. So when it comes to understanding each side, when it comes to understanding, my first thought was Disney's Frozen. I just saw it a couple of weeks ago with my children. And there is a song that's called When I'm Older, and Olaf sings it. And I'm going to put that in the comments for us all to listen to. But the major theme of the movie, of the song, is, I will understand this when I'm older. I love that. I will understand this when I'm older. Do we sometimes understand things way differently when we're adults than we do when we're children? Or do we understand things? Do we have a different outlook and understanding in our 30s than we do in our 20s, in our 50s than we did in our 30s, right? We understand things differently. Hopefully, we grow to be more compassionate, more loving, less judgmental, more forgiving, and hopefully as we go through life and as we gain experience, we gain wisdom alongside that. Anyway, so that's one of my favorite songs. When I'm thinking about this, of understanding, is I will understand this when I'm older. Now, do you have to wait till you're older to understand things in a different way? No, absolutely not. I feel like the more we see what's going on and the more we contemplate, the more we look for, okay, what could be a deeper cause? And then what could be a deeper cause? And then what could be a deeper cause? And just peeling the onion, diving down, not being afraid to dive down. I feel like the more in my life that I dive down into what's really going on, the more understanding I get and the more compassionate I am. And the more I'm able to heal myself, and to help heal, create healing environments for others, and to, I don't know. So I'm just going to say, as we're trying to understand, don't stop at the first level. See what could be happening underneath, and then underneath, and then underneath. So as again, the first song that I thought of was Disney's When I'm Older. I will understand this when I'm older. But the second song that I thought about when I contemplated this is a song by Buffalo Springfield. I didn't really know who sang it, but I looked it up for us. And it's called Stop Children, What's That Sound? It's a song from the 60s when I think the Vietnam War was going on. And people were concerned. Well, and not only the Vietnam War, but you had so many movements in the United States and in the world at that time. Dr. Martin Luther King, and just a lot of different things that were changing in society. In the 60s, I think, well, I was born in 69, so I didn't really live through this time of history, but the 60s had a lot of people sit up and think, is this really the way we want our society to be? And a lot of people stood up and they looked first, right? They tried to understand first, and then they said, no, this is not what we want our society to be like. Anyway, so the song, I'm sure you've heard it, but it goes, stop children, what's that sound? Everybody looks what's going down, right? So everyone stop. Everyone look at what's really happening here, right? Something's happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Anyway, so when you get to those points in your life where your brain says, you know what, something's happening here. What's really going on? Let's stop. Let's see, let's listen, let's look, let's observe. Let's seek first to understand. Let's peel the onion. Let's get to the cause, the root of that, the root of that, the root of that, the root of that. And then I would say, with everything else that we've discussed, let's pray to the God who is all-knowing and all-loving, and wants to give us the wisdom that we are seeking. He wants to broaden our understanding of everything in life. He wants us to be wise and understand what's really happening. So as we pray to him to understand more, I think that we will gain greater understanding. Okay, so that's the affirmation for today. I can understand both sides, but I manage me. We get to choose, right? We get to choose. Okay, so we only have 2 oils that we're diffusing this week, a combination. We're diffusing 2 oils, 2 drops of coriander, which is the oil of integrity, and 2 drops of peppermint, which is the oil of buoyant heart. Usually we have 3 oils, so I spend 3 days talking about the emotional aspects of the oils, and then 1 day on the physical aspects of the oil. But we only have 2 oils, so I'm going to do emotional, physical, emotional, physical. So today I'm changing up how we're doing things a little bit. So today we are talking about the physical gifts and benefits of coriander essential oil. Yesterday we talked about the emotional ones, so go ahead and click on that if you haven't watched it yet. So the first thing, when you think coriander, what do you think? Do you think Indian cooking, right? Because and like even at the Indian restaurants that they go, you know how they have like those coriander seeds? Or are they fennel? I'm not actually sure right now. Anyway, if you know, put it in the comments. Is it coriander or fennel that they have at like checkout on the desk when you pay your bill in Indian restaurants? I don't know, but someone wiser than me will know. Anyway, but coriander is used very much in Indian cooking, in Asian cooking, and it's super, super good for digestive discomfort. So, which I think that so many of these authentic countries' ways of cooking just it just helps our body in so many different ways. So anyway, coriander essential oil. If you have digestive discomfort, if you have flatulence, fancy word for farting, right? If you have nausea, if you have stomach cramps, or even if you have food poisoning, they found that coriander oil can be super helpful in each of those cases. Coriander essential oil can help lower blood sugar, and we're going to talk about some studies later on that talk about that. It can help decrease your blood pressure. Oh, talking about food poisoning, a study in the Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry, published in 2004, showed that there was antibacterial activity against the salmonella. It can help improve cholesterol levels. The Journal of Environmental Biology published a study in 2008 that found that coriander decreased the bad cholesterol and increased the good cholesterol. So that's so helpful with people who are having problems with that. Coriander can help with urinary tract infections. Coriander helps to support healthy menstrual function. So it can help in regularizing the menstrual cycles, and it can also help with bloating and cramps. Coriander essential oil is great for the digestion. You can add it to your skincare products just to help brighten your complexion. It's also great for body odor or any other strong odors that you're trying to get rid of. Coriander essential oil has been found to be very helpful with people who are suffering with arthritis or rheumatism, muscle aches, and it can also help with just like the common headache that people tend to get. Again, we've already talked about how it can help balance glucose levels, and how it supports healthy pancreatic function, and it's also been used in treatment programs for those with anorexia. So now, the one thing you need to know about coriander oil is that it's very, very high in linalool, which is, when most people think linalool, they think lavender. So when you think lavender, like the first thing that most people think of when they think of lavender essential oil is just how relaxing it is. And coriander has that effect very, very much too. In fact, if you run out of lavender, you can put on or diffuse coriander, and it has very, very much the same effect. Okay, so I have so many studies to share with you about coriander oil, but first I think I'll share the studies that talk about how it is such a relaxing essential oil, because when we're able to relax and when our body and our mind and our emotions don't just feel so stressed, that can really help us in recovering from anything else that we are dealing with, right? Just coming from a place of peace and calm can be a great game changer in whatever health issues you're dealing with. So here's a study from 2016 in the Journal of Pharmaceutical Biology, and they wanted to see what diffusing coriander essential oil would do for chicks. And what they found is that it significantly decreased the number of chicks that were trying to escape. And it significantly decreased defecation, which maybe people do, maybe chicks do when they're scared. I don't know. I'm not a chick farmer. Anyway, and it significantly decreased distress calls. Oh, can you imagine being a little baby chick surrounded by a ton of other little baby chicks? And that could be scary, right? So diffusing coriander essential oil significantly seemed to decrease the stress that they were feeling and showing, and it significantly increased sleep. Okay, so as I'm thinking about this, the different things that it decreases, the distress causing, I'm like, wouldn't coriander with its high linalool content be a really good thing to be diffusing in like preschools and daycares? When I remember working in a daycare once when I was just kind of out of high school and in college, and there were so many children, well, not so many, but there was a significant number of children who just cried and cried when their moms left. It was heartbreaking. And now I feel like if I was in that same situation, I would know what to do, what to diffuse to create a different environment to help people feel at peace. The other application that I was thinking of when it came to coriander essential oil is, my gracious, so it significantly decreased attempted escapes and distress calls. And I'm like, why aren't we diffusing this in our prison system, right? Wouldn't that be great? Like, we want our prisoners to be able to get over whatever has helped put them in the prison system. We want them to heal. We want their emotions to heal, their minds to heal, their ways of thinking to heal. And if they're so stressed out, how are they going to heal? Right? If a person is so stressed out, how are they going to heal? So anyway, again, coriander essential oil in the study from 2016 was found to really help decrease the stress levels by measured behavior in chicks. Okay, and then I found another one on, so I found another one kind of on the calming oil that coriander is, with its high linalool content. So this one is from the International Journal of Phytotherapy and Phytopharmacology. It's a 2010 study, and basically they measured with mice anxiety, social interaction, and aggressive behavior. And what they found was that inhaling linalool was very, very helpful in helping these mice attain relaxation and counteract anxiety and counteract aggressive behavior. So again, that study is from 2010. So, and then another great way to use coriander is that it has antidepressant-like behaviors. Now, this was done in 2014, and it was published in Physiology and Behavior, and it was a study on mice. Right? Hold on. I'm sorry, in rats with Alzheimer's. So they took rats with Alzheimer's. I don't know how they, well, I mean, read the study if you want to see how they picked the rats with Alzheimer's, okay? But what they found was that coriander and the linalool in coriander counteracted anxiety and depression and oxidative stress in Alzheimer's disease conditions. And I am like, okay, so are we seeing a theme here? It's a calming oil. It's like lavender. It lowers stress. It lowers depression. I'm going to say it lessens depression. It lessens depression. It lessens anxiety. Coriander, think of it like you think of lavender, a super powerful oil to relax things. Now, I know that everyone is super concerned right now with the coronavirus. And this next study is not about on a virus, but it's a study from Letters in Applied Microbiology, that journal, published in 2019. And it was a study done on coriander oil and how it interacted with gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. And what they found is that it was very effective against both, against the gram-positive bacteria and the gram-negative bacteria. So, again, study from 2019 talking about its antibacterial effects. I don't know why my mind went to the coronavirus, because bacteria are totally different from viruses. So, anyway. So, here's a study from 2015 that, again, a study on mice and on coriander and how it helped it had antidepressive, it eased depression. So, anyway, it goes into, our results indicate that linalool and B-pinene, which is another constituent of coriander essential oil, produced an antidepressant-like effect. And it talks about the different systems that it manages. And but two other ones that I thought were significant studies. The first one is actually on, and I'm going to tell you the medical term because I'm so proud of myself for learning how to say this. And it's called Tinea pedis. Okay? Anyone know what Tinea pedis is? It means, it's a fancy word, or a doctor's word, I'll just say it that way, for athlete's foot. And what they found was putting a 6% solution of coriander oil on on people with athlete's foot, lessened the lesions, and which is like the scaly stuff, and it also lessened the positive fungal cultures. So if you want to cut down on the fungus on your feet, coriander essential oil can be a very good one. So that study was from the journal Dermatology and published in 2013. And the next, the last study that I wanted to share with you today was a study on diabetic rats and kidney function. Now, I don't have diabetes, but I know many people do, and I didn't know that when you have diabetes, it can overtax your kidneys, and it can lead to kidney damage. And then, if that's left uncorrected, it can also lead to kidney failure. So diabetes is not something. It's something that we want to be paying attention to and doing what we need to do so that our blood sugar levels stay good. Okay, so basically what they found is that linalool essential oil, and remember coriander is so high in linalool essential oil that it increased the functions of the kidneys and it restored glucose metabolizing enzymes, and it prevented nephrin loss. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't look up what nephrin loss is, but it just sounds like it's something good. And anyway, so basically, what this study found is these findings highlight the utility of linalool essential oil as a potential, and they're saying drug here, I would just say potential good supplement, right, to treat renal damage in diabetic subjects. So anyway, if you have diabetes, if it's starting to stress out your kidneys, well, even if it's not, right, definitely be on top of that. And coriander essential oil can help. But if it's starting to stress out your kidneys, please do your due diligence and study on how coriander essential oil can help. Okay, so coriander essential oil, it's anti-rheumatic. Remember how I talked to you about how it's so good for rheumatism and arthritis? It's carminative, which means relieving flatulence. It's regenerative. It's a sedative. Remember how completely calming it is. And it's a stomachic, which means it promotes the appetite and it assists in digestion. Are you so impressed with the gifts of coriander essential oil? The more I learn about these essential oils, the more completely I am convinced that God put on this earth the things that we need to stay healthy and stay happy. Okay. Anyway, the top uses for, now I'm kind of reading from the book now, Advanced Oil Magic, okay? So the top uses that they're mentioning in this book are diabetes. You can combine with 1 drop of cinnamon and juniper berry and take it in a capsule daily. For food poisoning, put 2 drops in your water and drink it down. Now, hold on, because I just got to give you a little warning here that all essential oils are not made the same. The only essential oil that I would ever suggest ingesting is doTERRA essential oils, and it's because they third party test every single batch of essential oil, and then they do their own testing on the oils as well. On the bottom of every single oil is your batch number. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. And anyway, and so you can go to a site called Source2You. You can see every single test that was done on your batch of essential oils. You can see all of the results. And a super easy way to know if you can take doTERRA's essential oils internally is if it has the supplement facts right here. This is what it kind of looks like. It looks like the exact same thing that you'd have on your cereal box. And if you see that on a bottle of doTERRA essential oils, you know, I can safely take this oil. I can safely ingest this oil. Now, am I going to down this whole bottle? Absolutely not. That wouldn't be a wise way to use it, but but I know I can use this internally, like, right? We're talking like 1 drop for different things, or 2. Okay. So body odor, you can put 2 drops in a glass of water, drink it down, or put it in a capsule if you don't like the taste. You can, for cartilage injury, you can massage it into the affected area with a carrier oil like coconut oil or olive oil, whatever you have at home. For rashes, you can apply diluted. What I would probably do is just put a couple drops into a tablespoon of coconut oil and put that on your rash. For muscle aches, you can take a drop in a capsule or just in water, or you can massage it into wherever it hurts with a carrier oil. So if I was using it for muscle aches, I'd probably put like 3 drops into a teaspoon of fractionated of coconut oil. It wouldn't have to be fractionated, but coconut oil, and then just massage that into wherever it hurts. And definitely you can use this oil in cooking. Okay, don't you just love coriander essential oil? Don't you love that God has given us the things that we need to stay happy and healthy, to help us on our journey? Okay, so those are some of the top physical benefits of coriander essential oil. There are so many more. There's like 40 studies or more on aromaticscience.com. That's one of my favorite sites to go and to learn about different essential oils. It has essential oil studies from around the world. Again, that's aromaticscience.com. And so just reminding you that the diffuser blend for this whole week is 2 drops of coriander oil, the oil of integrity, and we've learned how completely calming that's going to be in our environments. 2 drops of peppermint, the oil of a buoyant heart, which means happy heart, and the song that we're listening to for the whole entire week is Siegfried Idle by Richard Wagner. Just a beautiful, relaxing classical piece, meditative classical piece. But the song that I'm listening, that I am resonating with today is When I'm Older from Frozen 2, or Stop Children, What's That Sound by Buffalo Springfield. And the affirmation for today is, I can understand both sides, but I manage me. And the affirmation for the entire week is, I am proud of me managing me. I am proud of me managing me. Okay, I hope that you are super proud of how you are managing you. I hope that as we go through the week that we up-level how we've been managing ourselves, because that will just bring greater happiness. It will. The more we manage ourselves in ways that are in line with our own values, the happier we all are. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life, telling you that I know you have the power in you to make it a great day with God, and so do I. Okay, bye-bye.